Welcome back to Cox Connections, exclusively on Cox 9 Roanoke. I'm Kim Stanley. Our parent company, Cox Enterprises, launched Cox Conserves in 2007. The goal was to reduce the company's and its subsidiaries' carbon footprint. Now that program is having a positive impact on the community. We congratulate Ann Little of Northern Virginia, the 2012 Cox Conserves hero. Ann's charity, Tree Fredericksburg, will receive $10,000. Our two other finalists, Elise Devereaux in Hampton Roads and Janet Scheid of Roanoke County, were also recognized. The charities of their choice will receive $2,500. Here to tell us more about Cox Conserves Heroes program are Cox Communications Virginia Service Assurance Manager Steve Waterman and the Roanoke finalist Janet Scheid. Thank you both for being here.
Good to be here.
Yes, and congratulations, Janet, again.
Thank you very much.
That's great. So Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the Cox Conserves Heroes program is?
Sure. As you mentioned, Kim, it's a program that was started by Cox Enterprises, our parent company, as well as the Trust for Public Land. And it looks to recognize heroes in our communities that work to preserve or enhance or create outdoor environments in our communities. And as you know, Janet was our local winner.
Absolutely, that's great. So what were the prizes?
Well, the prizes were a $10,000 first prize, as well as two $2,500 additional prizes.
Okay.
Those are donated to the conservation organization and in the winner's name.
Okay, great. And we announced the winners earlier, but Janet was one of those winners.
Sure was.
So we're excited about that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look, Janet, at your video on the wonderful recognition. So here's Janet's story.
Janet Scheid is one of the founding board members of the Western Virginia Land Trust. She's a leader, and when she gets involved, it's with both feet, and she's not bashful. So she quickly assumed a leadership role and was president of the organization for 3 years and still chairs 2 committees and is a member of a 3rd committee. So a lot of the land that we've conserved, a lot of the mountaintops, 11,500 acres here at Carvin's Cove and Mill Mountain has been Janet's force of will behind it. Carvin's Cove is one of the main sources, if not the primary source, of drinking water for the Roanoke Valley, parts of Franklin County. The lake is hundreds of acres. The property surrounding it is bordered on one side by the Appalachian Trail. People fish here, people boat here. But because it offers so many amenities, in addition to being a vital supply of drinking water, we wanted to make sure it was permanently protected so that nothing could ever be built on the ridge tops here that might degrade the water quality or degrade sort of the wilderness setting that we have here. There's miles and miles of trails, and you can really kind of lose yourself and not realize that Roanoke is just over the ridge here.
You know, it's so unique to be able to live here in Roanoke and, you know, drive 10 or 15 minutes, really, 20 minutes to get to Carvin's Cove and have some world-class bike trails and hiking trails here and just the beautiful lake. Mill Mountain, you know, it's 5 minutes away from lots of people who have said, you know, I get home from work at 5:15, I can be on the trails at Mill Mountain half an hour, 20 minutes later, and I can get a good ride in before dinner. And there's not very many places you can do that. So I think it really has impacted the quality of life here, and it's become a real economic driver of the whole marketing of outdoor recreation. And then, you know, aside from all of that, it's just really good conservation. What the Land Trust, the city, and the Virginia Outdoors Foundation has been able to do is protect forever, in perpetuity, the water quality.
People come here and they see all these beautiful mountaintops. They see the Appalachian Trail that we've been involved in preserving land around. They see the Blue Ridge Parkway where we've been conserving land, and they think, what a special place this is with all these unspoiled natural amenities and beautiful vistas. And it's not like other places that have kind of not been proactive and conserved these special places so that their children and their children's children can enjoy it like we're doing now.
What we have been able to do in 15, 16 really short years is really build an organization and build a reputation, a movement really, of conservation in Roanoke. I think that's a great achievement.
All right, so Janet, what a great video. Congratulations
Thank you.
again. So why is conservation so important to you?
Well, Kim, really, it's been a lifetime of conservation for me, and it started at home, as a lot of good things do. They start at home, and my parents were really very instrumental in teaching all of their children the value of conservation. And although we didn't call it that at the time, they practiced a lot of good environmental stewardship. We'd learned to appreciate the outdoors. We went camping, we went to national parks, and it was just, you know, became a part of who I am and my value system.
That's great. That's wonderful. So why did you choose the Virginia Land Trust as your recipient?
The Western Virginia Land Trust is an organization that has been here in the Roanoke Valley for almost 17 years now, and I've been fortunate enough to be involved in the organization since the beginning. It's an organization that I've watched grow, flourish. It serves a purpose in the Roanoke Valley and in this region that is not being filled by any other organization. Their mission is conservation, preservation of open space, mountains, rivers, and that's, you know, open space is being gobbled up pretty quickly.
It is.
All across the state of Virginia, and particularly here in our backyard.
Okay. A great organization.
It is a good organization.
It really is. So Steve, why don't you talk to our viewers a little bit about how they can get more information on Cox Conserves?
Sure. It's quite easy, actually. All they have to do is go to the web and type in coxconserves.com, and they'll be directed right to our website, and they can get any and all information they'd like there.
All right, and thank you for all you're doing to lead those initiatives across Virginia for Cox Conserves.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, good job. And then how can viewers find out more information on the Western Virginia Land Trust?
Again, it's very easy, westernvirginialandtrust.org.
Okay, all right, and then just go to the website?
Go to the website. We're always looking for volunteers.
Okay.
We have a very active board of trustees. We have a lot of events, projects that we're doing in the community. So go to the website and check it out.
And I'm sure you need volunteers for those projects.
We always need volunteers. We're always looking for good, hard workers.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and it's just such a great organization. Like you said, it recognizes and does things for, you know, protecting our environment, but it's very inclusive of the community and involves volunteers and, of course, financial donations they can always use.
And we are doing more and more to reach out to the public and involve children in our mission. As I said, teaching begins at home.
Great, great. Well, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you
again
very
on
much.
winning. All right, Steve, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Steve.
Up next, a scholarship program helps grow young leaders. There's more Cox Connections coming up after the break.